Ebisha for the weird and it's a mouldra echosu eoya manga say ain't menya jimakunya say they know say one of the trending news about the terminals in any me bomni and so any day yanti and you this nina and say train accident BSC. There was this train ebisha for a free tema eba ekwefinya na odru some points no na goats upon chibi dina kwenima ya born so ben pa upon chi so upon chi so upon that menko. But according to eyewitness, no, they tried all they could to come back from watching, but upon no movie and as they went to even a step every free crying. When I'm so my train every time my aircraft no bar watching. So you just imagine there will be some kind of gravity at one time a train no copy. But it for nipa 150 passengers and an train, but in Sri Lanka coupon say obia ho antochima. So sisiano anyway bom near cutting some hodra echo so ewe my ganimate. But before that, add your subscription to Enkasa TV, your likes, your comments, you share our videos, and please click on the notification button for more news updates. And show new question masisia minas.
And I keep saying this. There is a certain fear hovering on the judiciary. From 1992, we have never, no government, no president. We have never ousted our Chief Justice before, never. It is only under President Mahama who promised NDC members that he was going to sanitize the judiciary. And indeed, it was part of their plan to oust the former Chief Justice, Madam Tokono. So the message is clear that if the president has been able to put in a system to remove the Chief Justice, then who am I? So it looks like, it appears, and that is what I see. Because I have been in court where a whole judge, a circuit court judge, is celebrating Idi Amin, such a notorious tyrant, such a notorious dictator. The judge is celebrating Idi Amin in his ruling. In fact, in his ruling, he stated that although all of us are equal before the law, as stipulated by the Constitution, in practice, some are actually above the law. That is what he said in his ruling. And do you know where this judge is now? He has been promoted. He's at the High Court now. He was the same judge who again introduced Animal Farm in his judgment. Such poor judgment, which received several criticisms. That ruling was widely condemned. Yet, he has been promoted to the High Court. So now the impression is that the impression is, do the bidding of the sitting government and you receive promotion. So there is a certain fear hovering over the judiciary. And that is why we say democracy under siege, democracy under attack. A judiciary that convicts the opposition on thin evidence in record time, whilst government allies walk free against overwhelming evidence, is not administering justice. It is administering politics in judicial costume. Public confidence in the court is the only currency the judiciary possesses. And yesterday, the currency was devalued before the eyes of more than 33 million Ghanaians and the international community. The message this government sent to the world yesterday is chilling. In Ghana today, accountability is for the opponent and impunity is for friends. Steal for the party in power and the law will find you innocent. Oppose the party in power and the law will find you guilty. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday's acquittal cannot be viewed in isolation. It is the latest chapter in a sustained assault on the pillars of our fourth republic. Overnight, the Mahama-led NDC government has succeeded in undermining almost every single index of good constitutional governance in Ghana. This is their record. The removal of former Chief Justice. Let it never be forgotten where this all began. The murky, opaque, the constitutionally suspect process by which Her Ladyship Chief Justice Gertrude Araba Isaba Saki Tokuno was suspended and ultimately removed from office. That removal, conducted behind closed doors and in defiance to every principle of due process, transparency, and natural justice, was not an isolated act. It was opening move, the very beginning of a deliberate agenda to decapite the judiciary, capture it, and destroy the last institutional safeguard of good governance in this country. Everything we have witnessed since flows from this originating sin. And I keep saying, eyes are watching the Chief Justice. My Lord Bafuboni, eyes are watching you because you are the greatest beneficiary of this suspension and removal of Chief Justice Tokuno. Eyes are watching you. Again, your wife is also another great beneficiary of President Mohammed's administration. She was appointed to be Director General Prisons under President Mahama. So eyes are watching you. If things are not going well, if justice is being skewed, the legitimate questions people will be asking in their minds will be, is it because, my Lord, you have benefited greatly? Eyes are watching. Questions are being asked. And these are legitimate issues. You are now the Chief Justice appointed by President Mahama after the suspension and removal of Chief Justice Tokuno. And again, Madame Bafuboni has also gotten an appointment as the overall boss, Ghana Prisons. So is it the case that you cannot speak truth to power? Is it the case? These are questions people are asking. Is it the case that there is that fear hovering over the judiciary? Is it the case? Are your people administering justice in fear? These are troubling times for our democracy. Troubling times for our democracy. Interference with the judiciary, the independence of our courts, the last refuge of the citizen, has been systematically compromised, with judicial outcomes increasingly tracking the political interest of the governing party. A brazen display of selective justice. Persons affiliated to the NDC are freed, discharged and acquitted, while opponents of government are hounded, convicted, and jailed on the flimsiest of evidence. The concentration of all so-called Operation Recover or Loot cases before only 2 judges, Justice Achibonga and Justice Kokuvite, who between them handle every one of these politically charged prosecutions, and whose conduct on these trials has strongly undermined the effort of accused persons to defend themselves. Now, these 2 judges, they are supposed to handle all cases involving NPP element. All cases. And indeed, they have also been sanctioned. They have been given strict instructions not to go on vacation, because the courts are on legal vacation, but they have been told, hey, stay back and make sure you do all these cases.